Okay, so it's melted back down where we left off, and then that goes away, and then more keeps getting subducted underneath it. So once those things get subducted under, all right, they eventually will melt and then become magma. Okay, so this is these divergent, convergent, transform is the other one boundaries. That is where our earthquakes and volcanoes often happen. Okay, so with a convergent boundary, that is what's going to have most of our earthquakes and our volcanoes. Okay, so vocabulary, don't forget about these. Same thing with the back one. Okay, fun fact. But vocabulary, subduction, one plate sinks beneath beneath another. Can't talk today. All right, big picture. So you have your plate tectonics, you have your plate boundaries right here. Okay, so divergent boundary. We're dividing. They're dividing, they're pulling apart. Divergent means divide. They're dividing. Okay. Convergent, okay, they're coming together. Okay. Convergent, coming together. So they're staying here and they are moving towards each other. They're moving this way. And then your transform boundary. Okay. This means that they are moving side to side. Okay. So one is slipping past another, side to side. All right. So plates are large, rigid pieces of the lithosphere. Okay. So basically Earth's crust. It's Earth's crust, 65 miles of rock that is sitting and floating along the mantle. Okay, miles and miles and miles of crust. And these giant plates are moving 1 to 10 centimeters a year. Okay. Most earthquakes and volcanoes happen at plate boundaries. Okay. So there's something called the Ring of Fire, which we'll get into. But that is where two plates collide often in lots of volcanoes and earthquakes. Most of a very high percentage of the earthquakes and volcanoes in the world happen at the Ring of Fire because they are on a plate boundary. Okay, so how do we know the plates move? Okay, this is still in your notes here. How do we know the plates move? GPS can measure plates moving a few centimeters per year. Okay. Now, you would think that they would be moving more, but even this small amount can create the devastating earthquakes that we see almost every year. Okay, so earthquakes and volcanoes line up along these plate boundaries. Now, there are magnetic stripping on the sea floor. These are symmetrical. So if you pay attention to the picture, let's say that this orange line is your mid-ocean ridge. Okay, so on one side you have black, you have white. You have black, you have white. Okay, so black on one side matches up with the black on the other side. Okay, so when that magma comes out, it will spread out across that mid-ocean ridge, okay, on both sides, and then it will settle. Okay, and then you'll have another one that would come out and then come back down and settle. So the black would come up, come down, settle. The white would come up, come down, settle. And it's going to have little striations. Each one is going to have little strips, just like it says in this, just like it has in this picture. So because they can see those magnetic strips, it shows that everything is going to come up, it's going to spread out, and it's going to lay there, and then more is going to come up, come out, lay there, and it's drastically pushing that seafloor, that old seafloor out, and it's creating new seafloor. Okay, so the youngest rocks are going to be at the ridge. Okay, so right at the mid-ocean ridge is where your youngest rocks are going to be. Further away is going to be older rocks. Okay, so just remember the youngest rocks are at the mid-ocean ridge. The oldest rocks are furthest away from the mid-ocean ridge. All right, class game, 2 truths and a lie. So work with your table. You're going to pause this video. You're going to work with your table, work with the people in front of you. Even if you just get a partner, okay, that's at the same place as you on the guided notes. So which statement is the lie? Okay, and be ready to explain. So the first one, at the mid-ocean ridge, new ocean crust is created. Or 2, a scientific theory is just a guess with no evidence. Ocean trenches are often found where one plate subducts under another. Okay, so write in your notes the lie is number what, because, and then give me an example. Okay, so it's at the bottom of page 7. All right, the lie is number what, and then give me an example or give me a reason, some evidence. Okay, pause the video and go ahead and do that. All right, so flipping your page after you have done that, we are on the back of this the last page. Done already. All right, so this is our quick check-in. All right, Pangea was blank. Wegener's idea that continents move is called blank. A scientific law describes blank. A scientific theory explains blank. And you get the point. Okay. So do these questions. Your exit ticket is one thing that I learned is, and the question I still have is, feel free to not use the lines that are on that exit ticket. If you want to, you have plenty of room on the back here. If you want to write it down here of your questions and one thing that you have learned. So even if you have a question about this, or I'm going to be collecting these once you guys are done, and hopefully I'm back. If I'm not, then I'll be collecting them and taking them home to grade. So if you have any questions for me, I can answer those and hand them back to you the next day after I grade them. So if you have any questions for me, or if you have any questions about this, or if you have any questions that you still want to know, please feel free to reach out and let me know, and I will do my best to answer them. This week is going to play out like this, just so that you are aware. We are doing guided notes, hopefully Tuesday and Wednesday. It most likely, from the last videos that I did with you, it took you guys a lot longer to do the guided notes than I thought it would. So we will do guided notes for Tuesday and Wednesday. And once we are done with those guided notes, we will go into some guided review. I have a couple of activities that I want to do with you, but I'm trying to keep those back so that I can be there to do them with you. I don't want to bombard you guys with busy work, but we're doing our best. So bear with me, class. I miss you. And if you guys need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. You can always email me. So if you need anything, please ask, and look forward to seeing all your shiny smile faces. So take care and have fun. Have a good day. Bye.